How many of you ever dreamed of being a professional speaker? Keep dreaming, buddy. But for the rest of you that raised your hand, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What do you think's going to happen? Why aren't you out there? Toastmasters is an awesome place. I think we should change our name. It should be Toastmasters International, the greatest place to screw up. But you have a value in what you do and the stories that you tell. Why aren't more of you speaking outside of Toastmasters? See, one of the things I realize, a lot of people have that dream but never do anything. They don't even know the first step, but unfortunately, they don't even know how other people get started. They just think it's out there. Can anyone tell me, besides the other world champions, who the #1 paid professional speaker is? Paid keynote speaker. Does anyone tell me? Cosby. Bill Cosby. That's because you listen to my CDs, isn't it? Darn it. You're supposed to make them think for a while. Bill Cosby, the #1 paid keynote speaker. Let me ask you a question. Do you think he's getting paid for that 1 hour? Or do you think he's getting paid for what he's achieved? The stage presence, the writing, the years of experience? Do you realize that you have a value to other people? And the unique perspective of being a Toastmaster in front of an audience to bring it to others. Can anyone, besides him, tell me how Bill Cosby got started? Before stand-up. Man, you know, sometimes they are rhetorical and they're supposed to be. But I forgot who I'm in front of. You give them an inch and they're like, stage time. Shazizzle. Bill Cosby got started by selling cassette tapes while speaking for free at colleges. Do you know Tony Robbins? He's a pretty good speaker. Do you know how he started? Selling tickets to Jim Rohn events. Jim Rohn, a great keynote speaker, those of you who aren't aware of him. He was a salesperson out speaking, get someone else to speak. I was sitting at Toastmasters, my own club. It was just before the meeting. This was 1994. My club president came up to me and said, Darren, do you realize what you have to give others? Now keep in mind, at that time, I was a different person than I am today. I was very selfish then. I'm like, give? I'm not here to give. I'm here to get stage time. He said, do you realize that you're studying to be a comedian? Okay, I was just an amateur. I'd have 1 or 2 paid things every once in a while, but for the most part, I'm just doing free amateur nights. But I was studying comedy. Just the fact that I was studying puts me ahead of most people who aren't, but may wish to get started, because I know the resources that are good and the ones that stink. So he said, why don't you do a speech on that? A speech on learning how to be funnier? All right. I did my first speech at Toastmasters about how to do something. Did you know people take notes? I'm a comedian. I thought I was bombing. I'm like, they're taking notes. Oh my gosh. I didn't know it was a good thing. I thought everyone knew what I knew. Do you realize there are people out there who could benefit from your experience? And you're being selfish. Dan Jones, my club president and the district governor, invited me to take that speech and do it at a breakout session at the Toastmasters District Conference in District 31. I thought that was cool. Wow, like more than 5 people. Woo-hoo! Maybe someday Galveston. For free. Woo! Some things never change. So I went and I did the breakout session. I did it with another comedian who was also a Toastmaster. We did it together. In the middle of the presentation, he froze. Now, I was scared to death and I was panicking. But when someone else freezes, do you ever notice that someone else rises to the challenge? And I did. At the end of the session, a woman walked up to me and she said, "Hi, my name is Bethany. I'm from the New England Recruiters Association. I'd like you to come speak at our conference and keynote our conference next month." Really? Okay. She said a question that I wasn't ready for. She said, "How much do you charge?" Now, keep in mind, I'm in the comedy world, and at this point, I'm getting $50 a set when I had a good night. I'm like, ooh. But I had heard through the grapevine that in the corporate world, they were paying a lot more. So my response was, $75. She turned flush white. And I'm thinking, 65. I thought I was being greedy. I found out later on that the comedian who did the same presentation the year before got paid $1,000. But you know what, to me? I was glad it was 75. To me, that might as well have been $1 million. You got to do the freebies to get the small checks. It will naturally lead to big checks. Why aren't you speaking more if this is what you want to do?